Welcome back. We're gonna do a little experiment today. I have a dressing recipe, but I wanna make it healthier. We've got 3 different substitutions we're gonna try to see if we can make the perfect healthy dip. Okay, we're in for a treat here. I talked Nate into joining us on this video. Nate is actually the producer of this channel, and he has a story behind this dip and why we chose to do this experiment.
Yeah, so I've eaten a whole food plant-based diet for 18 months now, and one of the biggest struggles that I've had is when you eat vegetables, the dressing just takes all the goodness out of it. It adds so much bad back into the meal.
Yeah.
So I've been searching. You can't really find good healthy salad dressings. Well, recently a good friend of mine, they introduced me to this what they call their AA sauce. I think it's absolutely addicting sauce is what they call it.
Okay.
And I tried it. It's like, oh, this is delicious. So I asked for the recipe, and all of the ingredients were fantastic except for one that I found, 3/4 a cup of olive oil. And I thought, okay. So I reached out to you, Danielle, about what can we do to take this recipe but make it healthy, like a true 5 dipping sauce.
Yeah. Here's all of the ingredients for our healthy veggie dip. Now, the original recipe did not look 100% healthy. We are gonna actually do an experiment today. This recipe originally called for 3/4 cup of oil. That is a lot of oil, and as you know, with True 5, we try to avoid oils. So we've got a few options here we're going to try instead of the oil. So here's the olive oil that we've got. We're gonna use that as a control experiment. We're gonna do some taste testing today and see how these hold up. This is aquafaba, which is a really common thing that you can use instead of oil. This is literally the water out of a can of beans. So aquafaba just comes from a can of beans. Aquafaba, the water from beans. That simple. So you just open this up and pour the water out. Get the amount that you need and replace that for the oil. Another idea that I've heard of a lot for replacing oil is using cucumber instead of the oil. So I've got about 3/4 cup worth of diced cucumber here. For this recipe, we throw it all in the blender, so this will work well. We'll just toss it in and we'll see how the cucumber will do. And then last but not least, the mighty avocado. Now this is going to really probably make the flavor rich and creamy because this is gonna be really high in fat naturally, whereas the aquafaba and the cucumber probably gonna be on the lighter side. So we're gonna see how these compare with taste and texture. So we're gonna see how all of these replacements hold up to the original recipe with olive oil. So it's as simple as dumping everything in the blender. So we've got 1/4 of a medium onion. Again, since it's going in a high-powered blender, I can just throw this whole chunk in there. If you wanna dice it up smaller, if you have a different type of blender, that might be good. We've got 1/4 cup nutritional yeast. This might be something you haven't seen before. This is hemp seed. There's the garlic, Dijon mustard, apple cider vinegar, and then salt and pepper. Now, all of the amounts and ingredients are in the recipe in the description below. So let's add the olive oil and then we'll blend it up and see how it goes. We're ready to go. Smells good. You can smell that garlic. You can kind of get that acid from the apple cider vinegar. I'm excited to try this. Okay. All right, so we'll taste this one up against our others. We'll see how they hold up, how they compare. Now, thanks to the magic of video, you don't have to watch me make 3 more batches of this sauce. I'm basically gonna do the exact same process 3 more times, but we'll let you in on the taste test at the end. Now we've got all the same ingredients here, except now we're going to use the aquafaba instead of the olive oil. Same exact amount, 3/4 cup. Yeah, okay. There we go. So there's our aquafaba trial. Let's go on to the cucumber next. So here's all the same ingredients again. This time we're gonna use cucumber. Let's see how this goes. Okay, if I wasn't being scientific about this, I would say we need more liquid, because that is already just a lot less mass. All right, so this is looking really thick. I have never done this before. I've never made this dressing before ever, and I've never made it with cucumber. So I had 3/4 cup of diced cucumber, but this isn't quite doing the trick. Let's add a little bit of water and see if we just get a little more mass in here, if it will blend better. I'm thinking like at least a 1/4 cup needs to come in. I've measured a 1/2 cup. So let's get that going with a 1/4 cup of water and see if it can start behaving like the other dressings did. Okay, now this looks familiar. It has the texture that I was looking for and getting it to move through the blender more. So maybe that's part of our answer, is if you use cucumber, we need a little extra liquid to go with it, or maybe just more cucumber, or maybe we need to puree the cucumber before we add it to the recipe. That would probably do well too. And the bowl has magically appeared. All right. So after this one, we're gonna try our last experiment, this time with avocado. So here's the avocado now. I'm a little worried about this after our experience with the cucumber, but we'll see how this goes. If you've never worked with avocado before, I just scored this with a knife, and then I'm gonna scrape it out with a spoon. Beautiful. All right. Let's see how this amount does. Yeah, I'm already seeing that it's really thick. I feel like I want more moisture and more liquid in here, and maybe more avocado too. Okay, let's add a little bit of water and let's add a little bit more of that avocado. Remember, the original recipe called for 3/4 cup of olive oil, and so far we've just done the 1/2. I think we need a little bit more. And just to get it moving, I'm gonna add about a 1/4 cup of water. Let's try this. There we go. Okay, I don't wanna run it on high speed too long, or else it will start to kind of cook the dressing. This high-powered blender will get really hot. I still feel like I want more liquid in here. Let me go get some more water. That's a no-no. Okay, I've got a little bit more water in here. Let's see if we can just get this to blend a little more. I might even scrape down the sides of this blender a little bit more. Maybe this will work. Yeah. All right, we're just gonna scrape this down with the spoon so we can get this all incorporated. We don't want the avocado to be left out of the game. Gotta give it a good shot here. Sometimes when you're substituting stuff, you just have to kind of recreate the recipe altogether in some ways. Okay, most of it is back down. I've got a good amount of liquid. This will probably blend up really nicely. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're gonna go with that. It's definitely chunky. This might be more of a dip than a salad dressing. All right, let's pour this out. Might need a spatula or scrape this one out. Yeah, see how chunky that is? And maybe you like that. Maybe we'll like this for dipping veggies. You know it's gonna be yummy. So Time to put these to the test. Let's get some carrots and do some dipping. Okay, we're ready to try these out. Let's dive
Should we
in.
just do all of them with carrots?
Yes. So
Okay,
let's.
so this is the original, right? With the olive oil.
Yes. So let's try that first. See what we think.
It's good. Okay, so this one's, what did you call the bean fluid?
Let's call it that. Aquafaba.
It sticks to the carrot better.
What do you think?
I don't notice a big difference. I mean, it might be a little bit more flavorful. I don't know.
I feel like this one's almost a little more, it almost tastes watered down a little bit.
Interesting that we see a little. I'd have to, let me,
You want to try it
I
again?
gotta try both of them again. I'll run out of carrots.
We have lots more. I've got carrot like stuck in my throat. What do you think?
I really can't tell the difference
Okay,
between those two.
maybe I should try again too.
Which is good. If you can't, it's like, I'm really trying
That's
to
the
tell.
point, right? We want it to maybe be just like the original.
Okay, so this one's with cucumber. And I like how, like the one with oil, actually, it wants to fall off. And this is staying on. I can get a good amount.
Cucumber. So it was cucumber and a little bit of water. It needed some more liquid in there.
I can taste the cucumber in it,
Yeah.
and it's good. It
Kind of gives it a little bit of a fresher taste, doesn't it? Okay. This one I'm really interested to try because avocado is so much different than especially these two substitutions. So let's give this one a try. Yeah, that's like guacamole. That's a nice thick dip.
So in the one with cucumber, I can taste the cucumber. I guess I'm looking for it, but I can taste it. But overall, they all taste so similar
We do.
that it's really good to know that oil, not necessary at all.
Right. Look at these other options we have, right?
It adds what it adds to it is bad, and so why use it?
Yeah. When we have these alternatives, I mean, pick your favorite and pick what's in your kitchen, right? We have options here. So this is really exciting.
So if you have some aquafaba,
Yeah, okay. Now I have Alicia here. She was helping us film today, and she wanted to get in on the taste testing too. And she had some different insights on these dressings too, so we wanted to give her an opportunity to give her 2 cents on this little experiment.
Yeah, so this one by far was my favorite.
Okay.
I thought it was like just really hearty and rich and full
it
of
is.
flavor. All of them were very good. I think you can't go wrong with any of them flavor-wise. These two, I thought it was interesting that Nate actually thought they tasted exactly the same because I thought they tasted completely different. You know, this one just brought out like a completely different set of flavors than this one did. Like you had mentioned, this one was a little bit more mustardy, and this one was like a little bit more spicy. I feel like not hot
yeah.
spicy, but like flavorful spicy.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? It can bring out different flavor profiles in here. So maybe you want to do the same experiment, or maybe you want to pick your favorite from here. So thanks.
let us know if you liked episodes like this. It's actually a lot of work to go through and make 4 different batches. So let us know, was it worth the effort? And if there's any other experience you'd like to see, make sure you comment below, and we'll see you in the next episode.